that's truly led me into where I'm at now. Like I really spent some time last year. Last year was a rough year for me financially because it's like, I competed, did decent. I got third at the Arnold. It's a nice payday. I have a bar set for me that I know I want to hit every year. And then, if I don't hit that, it's like, there's a big transition in the industry. Like companies aren't handing out big contracts like they used to. And it's a shame. A lot of great bodybuilders, a lot of great guys that just don't get the recognition out there because of, the social media heroes, not the guys doing the actual work. But anyways,
polite way upon that.
Yeah, we can get on that later. So that led me into what's next for me, and I want to use. I'm truly all in on dedicating my time, talent, and treasure into developing this mastermind of helping people upgrade their life. And it's called Upgraded Human Mastermind. And what that is it's built on the 4 pillars: faith, family, fitness, finance.
Oh, wow.
And expanding on those, it's like a core 4. When you have your core 4, you could really line out and map out your life of what you want. And a lot of times people excel in like 1 or 2 areas of life. And they're kicking ass in business, but their marriage sucks, or they're a terrible father, or, their health sucks, their health is suffering. Like, how could we help level up all those areas of your life to help upgrade your life, to become the best version of you? Because if you become the best version of you, you're going to give people the greatest gift, and that is of you. If you could lead yourself, because ultimately it's leadership coaching. Because if you could lead yourself, you could lead one other person, which is your wife or your son. You could lead one other person, then you can lead a group. You can lead a group. You can lead an organization. You can lead an organization. You're going to think it's going to be legacy at that point.
I'm looking at the post that you gladly sent me. You got some heavy hitters. This is the first event you throw in.
And these are people I have, personal relationships with. That I know it's not like, hey, I called up and I'm saying, hey, how much does it cost to have you? And, there's somebody I could text on a regular and say, hey, I'm going through something, or hey, let's hook up. I'm in town. So there's, I got some heavy hitters on there.
You got Jesse Lee Ward, right?
Jesse Lee Ward, absolute boss.
She's
boss in the
boss.
business world.
Yeah, I've got to see her work most recently through many mutual friends. Dan Fleischman is one, Wes Watson. They've all done events. There's so much crossover.
Yeah.
And my wife is a fan of hers too. You got Sean Whalen. You've got our boy Tommy Vex. We probably have to mute his last name before we get censored.
Tommy.
You got our guy, Mr. Steve Weatherford.
Yes.
And there's many others too. That you got Gina, your coach.
Yeah.
Which is that relationship we want to talk. I need to talk about in the podcast too. But keep it on track. What a talk about a boom from the blocks, my friend. But again, I don't expect anything less from you, mate. This is why, again, you and I click, because, there's no half measures. There's all in or nothing. And this is something that is going to be not only a credit to the world that is really needing it, but for people who, at that point in their life where they're lacking direction, they're lacking that mentorship. And this is a great opportunity. So May 26th. And where is this going to be, Steve?
It's going to be in Plano, Texas. I'm hosting it the day before I hold my bodybuilding show, the Kuclo Classic. So kind of holding them in conjunction with each other, but they're 2 separate events ultimately. Okay. The personal development side is the new thing I'm launching, and then going into the bodybuilding that's been going, and that's kind of a well-oiled machine that kind of runs itself. But now it's like, okay, all my time and talent has been putting into promoting this, getting this organized. I mean, it's me and my wife doing this all, and I'm very much I could handle a lot. I like managing. I like working under stress. I like working under when people are like, you can't do that, or you doubt me. Shit, I'm gonna prove you wrong.
Tell me I can't. Tell me I can't.
Please. So, putting a lot of time and using my alignments in my life to make this happen. Everybody that has sponsored it, has stepped up to support me, are people that I consider friends, people I do life with, people I support. And they're, you see a lot of people in life that are very jealous. People are very jealous of success, and I love to celebrate success. I see your gym flourishing. I hear, I see the posts. You got these celebrities. Everybody's coming into your gym like, thank you. Freaking Flex is the man. I love this, so I couldn't wait to come here. Yeah. But, I have friends that I've told about this, and all of a sudden I see a ticket sale come in, and it's one of my friends. They're buying a VIP ticket, and they're not out there expecting a free ticket.
It's great.
I mean, I would give them a free ticket, but they're supporting me in what I'm doing, and true friends will support you in what you're doing. You need to surround yourself with people that truly support what you're doing.
And you know, you mentioned the Steve Kuclo Classic, which has been running for how many years now?
8 years.
It's incredible, Steve.
Yeah.
Isn't
you
it
still
cool?
have your show?
Yeah. Okay. We haven't put it on because since COVID.
Okay.
But
it's been a tough rebuild since COVID.
It has.
The industry took a little hit, and I think this year we hope to kind of be back to our peak number where we were right before COVID. So
what was that?
460 was my peak.
That's for the viewers who are listening and watching. As a promoter of the show, to have in this day and age 200 bodies on stage is a successful show.
It really is.
To have the numbers you just mentioned is a freaking phenomenal show. Texas, man, that Texas is a monster. MPC Texas is a monster, and 8 years in, you've been able to see athletes that have done their first show, done their last show before turning pro, gone on to do wonderful things. I'm sure that story hits, and seeing that transition into them having their own legs and going on to be IFBB pros. For me personally, I've got so many success stories that I love to talk about. It's one of the reasons why I went into promoting, because I love to give back. As an athlete, you know what is required, you know what's expected, you know what the athlete wants. And your show is one of the pinnacle shows in the States. I know people who have competed in your show as a novice because they go in to get that experience.
Right.
And 8 years in, that show has just continued to grow and grow. And I'm excited, mate. So that's going to be May 25th.
May 27th.
27th.
The day after, yep.
Excuse me, producer, stop coughing.
I heard that. It distracted me.
So disrespectful. He's saying there's no camera on him, but it soon will be when we get the new studio, so there's no excuses.
Right? We can cut to him.
Yeah. So May 27th, the day after your Mastermind.
Upgraded Human Mastermind, yeah.
So I'm hoping for all the athletes that are watching this, that they use their carb up to be sitting in the audience listening how they can mentally carb up their brain cells for life.
I believe there'll be a little crossover between the two events, but I know it's open to everybody. My mastermind, the Upgraded Human, and it's truly to help people in all these areas of life. Like one analogy I was told actually by Steve Weatherford. Steve Weatherford and I, every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. we have a men's group that meets at our church called Mighty Men.
I love Steve.
He's an incredible
Shout out to
human
Steve.
being. Yes, that's right. One of the most amazing humans I know, and we go to this Mighty Men group every Saturday morning. And I told him about my idea, I told him about my vision, and he's like, "I see it. There's a fire inside of you." And he goes, "I know this could be successful, And I believe
Steve doing this too.
I believe
in you, Steve.
Yeah, I believe you got to speak things into existence. What comes out of your mouth is the power of the tongue, which is the power of life or death. Like you could speak death over yourself, which is negativity, which is, you could speak this shit and it'll come true. You see people speak it like, man, I'm never going to get that job. And they don't get the job. But somebody that believes it, that speaks, I'm going to get that job, and boom, they get that job. I believe speaking success into your life. I tell my wife this all the time, that I'm all about, I will never speak negativity in our house. I will only speak life and love in our house. And I speak that over her all the time, and she feels it. Little nugget.
Thank you for watching this segment. Check out the full interview on iTunes, Spotify, or YouTube. Help us by subscribing, leave a like, comment, or a positive review. Click this to see what YouTube recommends, and this to see the full interview. See you on the next one. Out.